Our God is an awesome God. Fear him and circumcise your hearts. Then he says, worship him. For the Lord your God is the God of gods, Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality, accepts no bribes. He defends the cause of the fatherless and the widow. He loves the aliens, giving food and clothing. And you are to love those who are aliens, for you yourselves were aliens in Egypt. Fear the Lord your God and serve him. Hold fast to him. Take your oaths in his name. He is your praise. He is your God, who performed for you those great and awesome wonders you saw with your own eyes. Your forefathers also went down into Egypt, were 70 in all, and now the Lord your God has made you as numerous as the stars in the sky. The only one and living God, Elohim Yahweh, is above his creatures, who aspires to be God in heaven. Satan, as a created being, is totally submissive to our God as well as to the Son of God. And at the same time, Jesus called, amen, Satan the little g God of this world, in that he seeks to lead mankind into worshiping him as they waste their lives worshiping idols or non-gods. Brothers and sisters, amen, we serve a God who shows no partiality. He accepts no bribes. He's the God who looks at the heart of man rather than the face of man. He renders perfect judgment and justice. He's the God of sincerity, in contrast to the Jews who sought to walk before him with an outward appearance of righteousness within their hearts, but they were far from loving him. The modern equivalent is saying, I hope God will take into account my good works, which should outweigh, thus erase my bad deeds. Amen. And at the same time, God, who lives and rules above his creation, revealed himself to Israel so that the whole world in every generation would come to know him. To come to know him is equal to eternal life now and forever. God requires a wholehearted commitment in love from all other proper behavior. Amen. God saw what was in the heart and could not be persuaded nor bribed into reducing his requirements of man. I want to ask a question. Are you willing to make a renewed commitment to fulfill God's requirements, to love him? He's the God who defends the fatherless and the widow. He loves the alien, giving food and clothing. Are you going to love those who are aliens? For you yourselves were aliens in Egypt. And this amazing God, who rules above his creation, wants his people to love and care for all the people he loves and cares for. And brothers and sisters, we need to learn to fear the Lord our God. We need to learn to hold fast to him and take our oaths in his name, because Moses reminds the people of God that they're required to respond to God's love in 4 ways. Fear him, show respect and honor and awe as they live out their lives in this invisible and visible presence. Serve him, that is, their life is no longer their own, so they are to serve him out of a heart of gratitude and appreciation. Hold fast to him, the same kind of love relationship as between a man and his wife, and then take their oaths in his name or include him in everything they do. He is your praise. He is your God. And the fact that the God who created the universe is also determined to become your personal God should move your heart out of deep depression and then move you to appreciation, to praise him in worship. For in worship we can give it an outward expression, a heart that is overflowing with love and appreciation. Brothers and sisters, the object of worship, amen, Elohim Yahweh, he is what we, amen, call the God of gods, who made a covenant with the fathers of Israel. He preserved their lives by taking 70 members of Jacob's family down into Egypt under Joseph during a great famine. Then 400 years later, taking them out of Egypt and protecting them in the wilderness for 40 years. So at this moment, they are standing on the eastern shores of the Jordan River. I'm getting ready to leave you here. And as they are numerous as the stars of the sky. Oh, brothers and sisters, amen, our God is awesome. He's awesome, and he has revealed himself to Israel and to the church. And our response, amen, out of a heart of joy, out of a heart of appreciation and love should be one which we genuinely fear him. Number 2, amen, not only fear him by his power, we should rejoice with a heart of joy and appreciation, and love should be one in which we genuinely love him, amen, and worship him, fall down before him. And I tell you, brothers and sisters, so often So often, yes, we have such an inadequate concept of our awesome God.